This is what the raw audio sounded like. And this is after I mixed it. My name is Scott Knutson. I am a front of house engineer at a small local venue here in Salt Lake City. I did sound for this band a few days ago, and they asked me to record their set, mix it, and send it back to them. So I'm gonna do that now, and I'm gonna show you my process. So come mix with me. So this band, Coastal City, is a pretty straightforward 4-piece. We're gonna start with the drums. So let's zoom in here on the kick. I set up a kick out and a crotch mic to try to get some of that beater action where you actually hear the kick beater hitting the head. Let's see what they sound like together. Ooh, you pick up a lot of snare drum with that. We'll see what I can do with this crotch mic. So the first thing I like to do is cheat. The Logic library comes with some presets that I think is a good shortcut to get what you want faster. You're gonna hear the difference when I click this. So you can hear you have a really low end, just kind of a kick drum. Click this. There's already it's less of a and more of a ch, you know, which I want. I want a little bit of chunky bass drum to kind of emulate what an actual kick drum sounds like in real life. I am not just leaving it like this. It threw on a channel EQ and it threw on a compressor, which is nice. Let's go to the EQ. We're just gonna dial in the low end a little bit. And what I like to do is I like to take the drum's natural frequency. If I boost it, that is thumpy, dude. It gets a little airy if you go over here. Man, that is chunky, bro. That is a chunky monkey. Let's go to the kick crotch mic. Oh wow, we're catching a lot of the crowd there too. It's not pretty by itself, but I think if I combine this with the kick out, it could sound good. And then I can just kind of tweak which one's too loud or not. Okay, I think that's good for now. Let's go to snare. We just have one mic for the snare tonight. Snare, we're gonna start with rock snare. Oof, already sounds so much better. Turn the reverb down a little. And this is exactly what I do live. I like to find what is the true snare tone that the wood of the drum is producing. So if I boost it, it just sounds more natural with a little bit of oomph there. I like trying to find some of this more kind of boxy competing sound and scoop that out a little. And then I like to get some good actual snare slap on the bottom head. That might be the sweet spot right there. I like that. I think that's a good tone. And then just because we're playing in a live setting, I'm gonna scoop the crap out of the bass. Gonna clean up the sides there. It sounds beefy. This gives it some more body and some more impact, which for a backbeat, you definitely want. A little bit of reverb goes a long way in terms of just making it feel more alive. Okay, rack tom. So that's that main tone that we're hearing. That's like the note of the drum. Yeah, that's the overtones on the drum head, and we're just gonna choose one. And then let's get some more attack. Just it actually sounds like a piece of wood hitting a piece of plastic a little bit, you know? Okay. Let's go to the floor tom. Ooh. So we're gonna boost that good noise. Same thing, give it some attack. I think we're getting some good tone there. Let's go to the ride. I think that's good. So moving on to the hi-hats. So I think that's where the main body of those hi-hats are. So I want those to cut a little bit like that. I think that's good. How I like to mix a live mix is when I am looking at the band, where things are panned is where they actually were on stage that night. When it comes to the drums, I do like to do some subtle, okay, this tom is gonna be more over here and this tom is gonna be more over there, right? So that if you ever does a fill, you can kind of hear it go, that kind of thing. So let's throw in everything here. Oh, baby! That just sounds pretty good. Just panning instruments in mixing is one of my favorite activities to do in life. It is so satisfying to me when you can just hear these hi-hats over here and then the rides over there and you go, oh, check that out. This is just the drums, but it already has such a dimension to it. It feels like you're in the room when you hear the toms over there and the hi-hats over there. Just give me stuff to pan. Let's go into the Gortars. This mic did a really good job at isolating the bass tone. This is awesome. Yeah, I don't feel the need to add any of that. I'm just gonna take what they have, trust them that that is the right EQ that they like, and then just kind of exaggerate it a little bit. Honestly though, like that's just, but let's open up the CQ. So you can see this is looking pretty good. This is where those finger string noises are happening, so I'm gonna cut that out. Honestly, that sounds freaking sick. Then we had 2 guitars. Oh, and worth noting, he was running off of a Helix, so I didn't even mic an amp. So that's why we're getting 0 ambiance with this guy. We are gonna pan him a good chunk to the left. You're just kind of sitting in this bath of guitar. I don't know how to spell rhythm. So let's play around with it. If I were to boost this, ooh, that's pretty shrill. Yowza! You hearing that solo? All right, let's move on to the next guitar. Let's check this out. We're gonna scoop out a lot of lows, scoop out some highs. So this zone seems to be where a lot of his higher is. That adds some clarity to it. I just wanna make sure it's clear and that the highs kind of cut through more than anything else. So let's see if we can tell the difference here. Yeah, that's, I would say subtle. It sounds less open and more focused and clear. A little compressor goes a long way. Now I'm gonna mix just the guitars, including bass, together. What does this sound like? Just these guys. Woo! Okay, lead guitar is coming in pretty hot. This is fun, these guys are good. So what I'm looking for here is, you wanna feel the bass more than you can hear it, in my opinion. Be able to hear and discern both guitars. Awesome, we're sounding so good. Okay, now let's go to the vocals. Let's start with the lead, who's the center. Miking vocals at Kilby Court is a battle. It is a tiny stage, and behind the drums is corrugated plastic siding that just reflects everything back out. The challenge with miking vocals is that they are so close to the cymbals.
Say, ooh, don't you hesitate.
Don't.
Girl, put your
Very expressive singer. This is
Just
fun.
go, girl, put your
Dude,
records on.
he's sending it. He's
Tell
giving it
me
his all.
your
This is great.
favorites, she
For
said,
clarity
and
and
I'm
bringing out the
dying
brightness of their
thinking
voice is I'm gonna
them
boost some of this
all
higher end.
over again.
This is a lot.
And if I
Let's just narrow this a little bit.
but you've gone same,
I think that makes it sound more
maybe
clear.
it'd be different.
Let's cut out those mids.
But you've
That are kind of
gone
gross.
away. Anybody's
Let's get some verb on here. That is insane amount. I like keeping reverb just
Find yourself somewhere.
pretty subtle.
Somewhere.
Just a little bit of splash of
More than I
verb
can take.
to make it feel more
Pity
alive
for pity's
and
sake.
live. So for this mic, he did not sing a lot. So I'm gonna literally just cut out everything he didn't do first. Okay. Sounded pretty good. Now let's find out what this other vocalist is up to. But that is sounding so much clearer. At least to me it is. Here, let's go back here. Let's go to a chunk where they're all singing. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, the background vocalists are way louder than the main guy, so let's turn them down. And this will be trick. I think I'll later come back and do some automation where I ride the faders. So I did all the individual mics. So now let's go in and we're gonna do the big consolidation. Here are the drums. Oh, baby. Man, I love figuring out drums, it's so good. Now let's throw the bass on top of that. Woo, that is hot. Let's throw on some lead. The lead guitar here is probably the most interesting thing sonically that's happening. So I wanna make sure it's crisp and at the forefront. I think this mix is coming along pretty nicely. Here comes the drop. Side note, if I remember correctly, some of these solos, he was literally playing the guitar behind his head. It's pretty sweet. I think they handed the mic to someone in the crowd. So, the next thing I'm gonna do is nothing. I probably have ear fatigue at this point. My brain waves are focusing in on certain things more than others. So I need to take a break and come back with fresh ears. Okay. Time has passed. You can tell because it's a little darker in my room now. What I've done is my bass mix. So now I'm actually going to go in and from the beginning, kind of ride the faders to what I think they should be. I'm going to start at this first song. Let's freaking go.
Trying all my best to say it, but that's that for don't need explain it.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. And there we have it. Next step is I'm gonna sleep on it. Tomorrow, I'm gonna listen to it again, just make sure nothing else jumps out at me. But if all goes according to plan, then I'm gonna send this off. Good job, Coastal City. Dear listener, remember to support local music. If interested, here is the playlist I play at Kilby Court that features just local Utah music. I've designed the playlist to be 1, stuff that I like. 2, it's really upbeat, so there's not a lot of slow stuff on there. So if you're into that sort of thing, check it out. Go ahead and follow these guys, Coastal City. I had a great time working with them. I thought they were so nice. And they're really easy to work with and make sound good live and in this recording. So go follow Coastal City. Those guys slap.